Hey folks, welcome back once again to good old HDR, or Harley Day Rider. Out here on Saturday, July 1. You know, Mrs. HDR woke up this morning, she goes, you know, half the year is over already. Half of a year is over already. You know, it's amazing, especially when you get older, huh? How fast a year goes by. You know, when you're younger, when you're a kid, geez, I mean, it looks like summertime is, you know, feels like 9 months. And you're only off school for like 2.5. When you get older, it seems like a year is 2.5 months. I don't know why that is. I don't know why that happens or how that happens, but hey, it happens, that's for sure. Anyway, most of you know from watching my last video why I'm out here today. Because I love to ride. No, that's not the only reason. I'm also scrubbing in this new back tire and getting her ready for this trip we're going on next Saturday. So I told Mrs. HDR I better get out there and get a few miles on that back tire. Now somebody told me, one gentleman commented, I don't know who it was, but thank you for saying, HDR, you should put 500 miles on that tire. I've heard of 100 and I've heard of 150, but I've never heard of 500. Is that right? Does anybody know the proper break-in mileage for a tire? You know, I don't know. I think, you know, 100 miles should suffice to get some, you know, get some of the newness wore out of it. It's hard when you've been riding for so long and then you buy new tires because you can't hug into the bends. You're not supposed to lean in. You know, you're supposed to take this bend like a gradual turn, like this. You know, normally I'd hang that inside bend, I would just drop the bike down, lean her into the bend and go. But they say with a new tire, you got to be careful around the bends and take it easy. So that's what I'm trying to do. And as you hear, I still got this summer cold, which is not making me very happy, but it is what it is. I actually call it the air conditioning cold because, you know, when you turn the air conditioning on in your house, I think that's when you start getting that summertime cold. But hey, you know, it is what it is. I want to thank everybody out there for commenting about the beautiful area that we live in here in Pennsylvania. It is really beautiful. You know, at least 7 months a year it's like this. It's nice and green. A lot of foliage, as you can see. This is a lot of private property here. Down on the bottom there's a lot of state game lands. But it is a nice area. It's you know, I grew up in Pennsylvania. So I spent a total of, well, this is going to give my age away, huh? I spent a total of 53 years here. Outside of my term in the service and you know, being away for military duty in different states whatnot. I never had to go overseas. I became a military veteran because of Grenada. I don't know how many of you are old enough to remember Grenada. Grenada's a little, oh well, a little island, I guess you could say. And Grenada was starting, when I was in the military, they were starting to have a ruckus. So it's like, we're going to deploy some troops to Grenada. Well, what happened was, this is a really bad road here. I hate riding this road. I don't even know where I came this way. What happened was the ships came into Grenada, our ships, the naval ships. They started coming into port, and all of a sudden the president got a phone call. It was the Grenadian government? Whatever. They're like, excuse me, Mr. Presidente. However they talk. I don't know how Grenadians talk. We'd like to wave a white flag. We are not going to go to war with America. We're so sorry. Come drink some tequila, my friend. I don't know if that's what they said, but since it was a declared war, or since it was an act of war, we were going to war with Grenada, that made me a military veteran. Now, I never stepped foot on Grenada. I wish I had a better story there to say, oh yeah, I went to Grenada, put my foot on the soil. I picked up my M16, and at the time I was an M60 machine gunner. Picked up my M60 machine gun and bap, 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 bap. But I didn't. I didn't have to shoot anybody. I didn't, thank God. Because gentlemen and ladies out there, war is hell. I say that all the time. War is absolutely hell. And even when I was in the service, we'd have people say, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so upset that I missed Vietnam. It's too bad I wasn't old enough to go to Vietnam. I said, well, you have your legs, your arms, You don't suffer from PTS or PTS, post-traumatic syndrome. You're alive, you're living. Ladies and gentlemen, you never want to put yourself into war. My goodness, you don't want to wish that on anybody. And thank God for the men and women out there. If you're watching these videos overseas and you are serving right now for our country, God bless you and thank you very much for your service to allow us our freedoms so we can sleep soundly at night. People don't realize that. When I was in the service, there's people back here sleeping soundly at night. And that's because of the troops out there protecting us and protecting our liberties. So, anyway, not getting political, just wanted to thank the troops today. Just feeling very patriotic today as I ride my Harley Davidson across the backcountry roads of Pennsylvania. As I'm getting ready to ride country roads and highways to go out west to good old South Dakota. I want to live. I want to see this. Look how beautiful. This is what God created for us, folks. Now, I'm not getting religious either. But we went to West Virginia a few months ago. North Carolina. And as we rode through West Virginia, I looked around, told my wife, I said, this is what we're living for right here. Now recently, I don't mean to make this vlog too long, but a lot of thoughts in good old HDR's heads today. Imagine that. Recently, I've been watching these extended stay, lockup series, prison shows. And seeing how people, have bad judgment for a split second. Think about that. Bad judgment. How many times have you said, I'll kill you? Well, and then if you act upon that, then you're going to be on extended stay lockup and you're going to be in prison. Some of them guys are serving life without parole. I don't know. And I told my wife at one point, you look at him, you're like, I can see murder, but the one guy stole something. I don't know what he stole. They didn't say what he stole. But he got life in prison for thievery. It just doesn't seem to fit the crime. Sometimes the punishment does not fit the crime. But that's the way life is. This first motorcyclist I've seen all since my ride started. Hey, bud. Did you ever notice, why do people wave like that? Look, this is a Harley Davidson ride, folks. I'm going to show you. This is your wave. Okay, 2 fingers down below the bike. 2 fingers down below the seat. Not this. Not this. Not, this. Now, if you pass another bike, it's not a Harley. You just give a hand and put it down beside your side. That's proper etiquette. I'm not waving at somebody. Hello. No. No, we're not waving at anybody. Anyway. So yeah, the prison extended stay series, and we've had tragedy in our family, and when somebody gets sent to jail or gets sentenced to jail, well, that's all right. They did something wrong, but most of the guys that they're in there and they're talking to them, it was just 1 second of misjudgment, and that's all it takes, So, what does Ellen say every day? Anybody ever watch Ellen? I don't. My wife does. But at the end of Ellen, at the end of every show, she goes, you know what? Be kind to one another. That's what life is to us. And my brothers and sisters out there that ride motorcycles, we are always kind to each other. Right? Unless you wear colors and you got to fight for your color or your patch. I can understand that, but I don't generally do that, so. I'm in a hog chapter. I got a vest. I don't wear it, like, just out to wear it. I don't want anybody to signify that that's my colors. When I ride with the hog group, I do wear my vest, because we all do. And it looks like a uniform, you know, uniformity. Condor Road Detour. Uh-oh, did I just screw up? I don't think I'm going to go on Condor Road anyway. I actually... I'm trying to think where this did just come out at. You know what? We got gas and we got time. Let's go left. Ah, da 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 da. La da 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 dee 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 dee. I think that's where I want to go. Let's go left and see where we end up. Alright. Okay, folks, so I'm going to cut this vlog off. Thanks for riding along with me there. Thanks for listening to my jibber jabbers. And maybe I'll pick another one up here on this ride today, because it's such a glorious day to be riding. And I don't even know where this road goes, so I'm just going to take a journey, see where I end up. I mean, can't hurt, right? Alright, I'll talk to you next time. Take care, everybody. Remember, ride your own ride. We talk about that all the time. Ride safe out there. And post the comments if you have anything to say about anything I talked about. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget that thumbs up button. That's always a good deal. And I'll talk to you next time. Harley Day Rider's going to be down and out in good old southwestern Pennsylvania on the Stones. Woo, that was bad. Alright, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.